Then he had some recipes. He said, for breakfast, what you can have is 3 almonds, 3 cardamom seeds, and then 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds. Soak them overnight, and then add 2 dates, and then grind it together and eat it with water. He says that's a very good breakfast. And if you have fear or destructive emotions, I know all about that, although I don't have that much anymore, but I used to. If you have a lot of fear and destructive emotions, he says to avoid fermented food. Fermented food is like beer, okay? I'm sorry, beer drinkers. I know a lot of Americans are beer drinkers, but fermented food is beer and fried foods, okay? And he said try to eat rice and leafy vegetables, okay? To regain youth, he says to use ghee. Ghee is clarified butter. Now, according to his diet book, I'll tell you what ghee is. Ghee is when you cook butter and then you just get the clear part of it. Okay, to make ghee, use unsalted and good quality butter. Place the butter in a pan and let it melt and simmer on the lowest possible heat. At first, it will sputter and make a lot of noise. The butter will look thick and cloudy, and foam will appear on the top. During the first 5 minutes, stir the liquid occasionally to encourage the water content to evaporate. Then allow the liquid to simmer for 35 to 40 minutes. That's a long time. Slowly, milk fat particles will sink to the bottom and the foam will diminish on top and the pure butter oil will become clear. The moment the sputtering stops and the sediment on the bottom of the pan starts to turn golden or light brown, remove the pan from the heat and let it cool down. Finally, strain the liquid through a very fine sieve or muslin into a clean canning jar, being careful not to allow any of the sediment on the bottom of the pan to enter the jar. And then you do not place the top on the jar until totally cooled down. And then you can use the ghee for cooking, as it does not burn as quickly as butter does, or add a teaspoon to your cooked food. And you do not need to store it in the refrigerator. It does not go rancid. It will keep for months if you do not contaminate it by getting in contact with food particles or water. So that is ghee. And apparently it will help you regain your youth, so use that. I will have to make that. I haven't done it yet. And he has a recipe: basil leaves, 7 basil leaves, 3 black pepper corns, ginger is a half, we didn't say corns, but I think that's what he means. Ginger, 1/2 to 1 teaspoon, and then honey. And then I guess that will help you. That might be for, actually that might be for if you have a cold. Maybe that's for if you have a cold. Okay, so 7 basil leaves, 3 pepper, ginger, 1 teaspoon, and honey. I did my best to take good notes. I hope this is helpful to you. For age, you have to be flexible, you have to be mentally alert, and you have to emotionally love people. When you age, that's the best way to age. It means you stay young. If you're rigid and you're stubborn and you're dry, then you're aging and you're going to be old faster. Okay? So he talks about meditation as being good, using marma, and then he had some anti-wrinkle recipes, but I didn't copy them down. He does have a marma, which you say to out loud: I like myself, I love myself, I am okay with myself. I'm not sure exactly how that is a marma, but anyway. Okay, and then after that he talks about how insanity is doing the same thing in the same way and expecting the same outcome. Okay, so we need to change the way we are doing things if we want to change our lives, basically. This may seem very simple and obvious, but to most of us I think it would be very profound, because I know I've done the same thing over and over thinking I was going to change and I didn't. So, okay, and then 99% of everything we do is habits. So you have to change your habits to be successful. And most of the great teachers that I've been reading recently all talk about that, habits. You have to change your habits in order to be successful. You have to focus in on the habits that are not supporting you and reprogram yourself to have better habits. So where am I going? How am I going to get there? He asked that question. And then there was a lady with him who talked about how she was cured. She had a very I forgot exactly what her problems were, but she used ghee, and Dr. Naram gave her a recipe and she cured herself. And I guess they were smuggling scriptures from temples, because the Chinese were occupying the temples in Tibet, I think, and they would sneak in and get scriptures and sneak out, and because they're trying to translate all of the ancient scriptures so that everyone in the world can learn from the traditions, the medical traditions that have been passed down. So that's a brief summary of Dr. Naram, and I have some more pictures, and he's won a lot of awards. It's all listed, but you saw them with the tiger. One of his dreams was to treat the Dalai Lama, and that's him with the Dalai Lama. And another dream he had was to treat Mother Teresa. So that is Mother Teresa and him. You can see he's overweight. He said when he met Mother Teresa, she told him to lose weight, so he did. But she wanted to work with him because he was treating AIDS patients, and she wanted help to open an HIV clinic. But she passed away before he could finish it with her. And then this is Dr. Naram with a monkey. And I think Dr. Naram is very cool. I love how he loves animals. Actually, I really love that. And when I did pay for the appointment to see him, and I was very excited that he could talk to animals, and he would say funny things. He would say, when he talks to, there was one with a cheetah, there was one with a tiger, his pictures, right? And he said, when you talk to the cheetah, you can say, I love you to the cheetah, and that's one thing. And you can, if the cheetah understands you, that's the second thing. And if the cheetah loves you back, that's the third thing. I thought it was so funny. He said the same thing with the tiger. So I guess when you're talking to animals there, you know, you can tell them you love them, and if they understand that, and if they love you back, is all different issues. That he was so cute. So I was just excited. I want to learn how to talk to animals, so I told him, I want to learn, and he said, oh sure, we'll teach you. I'll let you know when that happens. But right now he did do my pulse reading, and it was pretty amazing. He knew what I was thinking about. He knew about what my dreams were in life, and all sorts of things that I never thought he would know. And so I highly recommend you look up Dr. Naram and find out more about him. And I will try to put his diet up on my website so you can learn more. I hope this was helpful. If you ever have serious health issues, I highly recommend you find him. Okay, thank you.